Yeah, hi guys, and welcome back to Marathon-Crossfit here. And today we're going to talk about the question, which is harder, the bench press or the deadlift? Now, to make things straight and upfront, I personally think that the deadlift is a way more harder lift than the bench press because it's a lot more complex. Now, if you knuckle down on the bench press and the deadlift, usually the bench press is something that everybody does in the gym. If I walk into a random commercial gym, there are also usually more people bench pressing than deadlifting. Like if you go into Crunch Fitness or Planet Fitness in Germany, it would be McFit, the equivalent. So everything that is a bit more of a low-end gym. Usually people who are less educated on average, sorry to say, use the bench press a lot more. Because I think it's a very easy exercise to learn and also to get good at rather quickly, which then also reinforces itself as a habit, because the more people you see doing the bench press, the more you're more likely you are to do the bench press yourself, because you want to imitate the other people who are in the gym already to be accepted and to be part of a group. You can deny it how much you want, but that is how psychology actually works. And if you don't believe me, read Daniel Kahneman, Thinking Fast and Slow, and Pierre Cialdini, Persuasion on this, if you want to brush up on your psychology skills. And now the deadlift itself, the deadlift is a very complex movement, and also just that the deadlift is harder, just if you want real proof of that, I never injured myself bench pressing, at least not badly, but I did badly injure myself doing the deadlift and actually doing it incorrect, or let's say doing it in a hazardous way. So there is a lot more to a good deadlift, I personally think, than to a good bench press. Now, we're talking here, of course, average Joe guy in the gym. If it comes to competition in powerlifting, we are looking at a bit of a different kettle of fish here, but I think that is not when the question is posed, because an experienced powerlifter would never ask which is harder, the deadlift or the bench press. And that kind of question is absurd to an experienced powerlifter. But however, if you take yourself into the competition situation of a powerlifter, it is usually harder, from what I've heard from powerlifters, to please the judges on a bench press than on a deadlift. Okay, because deadlift, pretty simple. You walk up to the bar, then you get the sign to pull. You pull it up. If you get it up, you get green lighted or 3 white lights. That's it. Now with the bench press, it's a bit more complicated, because with the bench press and powerlifting competitions, you have to bring the barbell to your chest. You have to touch. Now there are also different rules depending on the competition you are entering, how long you have to touch, and then you have to initiate the upwards movement on the command press. Now, if you start to push before the command, or if you don't touch the chest, or if your feet move, or if anything on your lower back moves, or if your bum actually goes off the bench, even though you want to keep as tight as possible and actually build an arch so that the least amount of back, if you so may speak, is actually on the bench, and also the barbell has to travel a lesser distance, then the thing becomes really, 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 really complicated. But most people won't be in that situation. So generally speaking, the bench press, I think, is the easier lift between the bench press and the deadlift. Specifically speaking about a powerlifting competition, I think it is harder to get 3 white lights on a bench press in a powerlifting competition than in a deadlift. Now, that's it in terms of bench press versus deadlift. If you like the content, please share, please subscribe, and if you have any questions, please pop a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Bye bye.